Hello everyone and welcome. This is my final review for Age of Empires Online. This is the online version of Age of Empires, which is made by Ensemble Studios and published by Microsoft as the other Age of Empires games. However, this time around they decided to try to make an MMO out of this, which, to be quite honest, I'm not sure they succeeded too well, as an MMO you usually typically think of lots of players running around and questing and grouping and things like that. My first impressions of this game were good. I liked it. It was colorful. It was fun. It was a good old RPG, or sorry, not RPG, RTS type game. Reminded me of the original Age of Empires I played years ago. The quest system is definitely a nice addition to the game. It adds a little bit of role playing aspect to it, where you can go into quests and you feel like you're helping to progress your society, your civilization by helping, and you go do things to expand your town center and your town and get new buildings, and you get coin and things like this from doing quests. So that's definitely a good twist. The capital city, that's the main home that you have. It's not kind of like Age of Empires 3 where you had your home city. It's something similar to that, where this is where you do all your stuff. You can do your crafting here. You basically buy and sell items here at this place. So that's where everything begins. From that, I like to talk about crafting. The crafting system in this game, it is good, but I don't know how good it really is. I've tried a little bit of it. I haven't got too far with it, but it seems to be severely limited by how much you can do at a time. It seems that it would take a long time to build up enough resources to make it completely worth getting into. You're limited to one school, crafting school, for example, which is definitely an issue because if you want to go and switch that up, if you want to switch to something you've previously done already, it's going to cost you 1,000 gold coins, which definitely is not something you can easily come by. As far as playing with other people, I have done a couple co-op missions with a friend of mine, and it was actually quite fun. We both worked together. I did a lot of the resource gathering while he built up an army, and we took over the enemy. We were playing lower missions, so it was a little easy. It wasn't too difficult, but I imagine if you're playing with higher level characters, it can get more difficult. This game also uses the Games for Windows Live, which you register and you connect through that. That's where you do all your purchases. So if you do decide you want to buy some extra content, that's what it uses. It doesn't use Steam. It doesn't use anything else but Games for Windows Live. I have that for a couple different games that I have, and it seems to work just fine for me. One thing I would like to say though is be careful with this game. This game has a lot of extra content that some of it is small amounts of money, but if you really add it all up, you might end up paying a lot of money for this game, and in the end, I would say it's not quite worth it. Just as a comparison, I looked up Age of Empires 3, and currently, as of today, I can get that off Amazon, brand new, with all the expansions for $31.50 Canadian. So, if you were to get Age of Empires 3, you'd have a larger game with a ton more features, and definitely cheaper than the $100 or more you could end up spending in this game. So basically, what I think of this game is I do like it. It's a fun game to play. I'm gonna keep it installed on my computer. I'll continue playing it. As for my official rating, what I would say is for the fun, like you guys know, I rate on 5 different categories: fun factor, content, gameplay mechanics, audio visual, and replay value. So I found this game was fun, especially playing co-op, so I give it a 7.5 out of 10. The amount of content in the game I find is decent. There's lots to do. You're not going to be playing this game forever, but there is enough to keep busy for a little while. There's several areas to play in. The only thing is you are limited to 2 civilizations, and you are limited in how many units you can have, as well as the technology tree isn't very as detailed as some of the other games you could purchase. So I gave content a 6 out of 10, just because there is, I don't know, the way they do this is they want people to get hooked on the game, and they want you to spend more money, and I don't really like that a great deal. I like free to play, and I do understand the concept of it, but when they try to tease you with good stuff, that doesn't sit well with me. So I give it a 6 out of 10 for content. The game mechanics in this, the gameplay mechanics, I find they're alright. It's just a typical RTS. It's along the lines of the old style Age of Empires games. Like I'm thinking Age of Empires 1, Age of Empires 2. As far as anything more advanced than that, I haven't seen it. I mean, yes, there is the crafting system, there is the home city, um, questing system. That stuff's all there, and that's fine. But there's nothing overly special beyond that. So for gameplay, I gave it a 5.5 out of 10. I just wasn't overly impressed. The audio visual, I was pretty pleased with that. The style graphics is cartoon-like, with pretty high quality animations, and the pictures are good. The sound effects were really nice. The music is good. It was easy to play this game, so I gave that a 7.5. Now, if you're basically the replay value is something that's difficult for this game. It's something that you can continue doing the quest, but as far as replaying it over again, I don't think you'd probably want to, unless you're really a hardcore fan. You probably play through this once, play a bit with your friends, do some PvP, but I think you'd probably be able to sit this game aside and play other games for a while. The quests and missions do definitely keep you on for a bit, but I don't think there's much variation after you complete all that, so I gave that a 6 out of 10. So, in general, the really good thing is it doesn't require a lot of time to get into play this game. For my time investment, like I said before, this doesn't count in the score, but my time investment, I would say, you can play this for as little as 20 minutes, or you can play for an hour or 5, it doesn't matter, but you can get hooked in playing this, or you can play for a short period. So I consider this a small to medium time investment required for this game. It really depends on you. So, all in all, I consider this a fun game, but once you've gotten through all the free-to-play features, I find you might get bored, and to relieve that boredom, you're going to have to spend some money. Like I said, it can get pretty expensive with all the little things, and you can pick up yourself a copy of Age of Empires 3 or any other current RTS game pretty cheap. So, I'm not trying to push people away from this game. I do like it. I think it's a good game. It's free. It's only going to take up some hard drive space and time. In total, I give this game a 6.5 out of 10. It is fun. Just check it out. Worst case, you just lose some hard drive space and time. That's it. So I want to thank you guys for watching my second review. And for my full written review, please check my blog. I have a blog where I post my reviews and I post other miscellaneous things I'm doing. And you can check that out. You can follow me on Facebook. I have a group there called Tiger Studios. And I also have a Twitter account and a Google Plus account. So I'll put all those links in the description, and thanks for watching.